The world's largest retailer of video game products, GameStop, is sending out some mixed signals. It announced today that profits beat estimates, but in the same breath, it warned of weaker sales moving forward. CCTV's Mark Niu has been attending the Game Developers Conference happening in San Francisco, and he joined us now live from San Francisco with all the GameStop details. Mark.
Well, Michelle, GameStop forecasts store sales to fall by about 5 to 8% in the current quarter. The company says the biggest reason is because people are waiting for the next generation launch of Sony's PlayStation 4, which would be Sony's first new console in 7 years. In the meantime, consumers are spending more and more money on mobile gaming. And now, several independent companies are taking on the big boys.
The big three, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, have dominated the gaming console market for quite some time. But a new wave of challengers is gearing up to do battle with the gaming giants. By the end of June, Nvidia is scheduled to release Project Shield, a portable console with a 5-inch flip-out touchscreen. It can stream PC games and run Android apps.
Every aspect of the device, whether you're looking at the display or the speakers or the battery life, everything was really architected to be great for gaming.
Funded by Kickstarter, San Francisco-based Ouya has developed this $99 game console unit. It also runs open-source Android apps. But the challenges to the traditional game console industry get even smaller and even cheaper. I have in my hand the very smallest and the very cheapest. It's called GameStick. It sells for just $79. All you have to do is find a screen and plug it into the HDMI port. UK-based PlayJam owns GameStick, which also got its start from Kickstarter, raising $650,000 from the online crowdfunder. GameStick runs off a 1.5 gig chip and can store around 30 games, though expansion devices can add significantly more memory. GameStick runs Android apps too.
So we took that idea and really wanted to create a piece of hardware that someone could take to their grandmothers for vacation, take them on holiday. If you're in a hotel room, you can fire up the stick. The mobile gaming platforms changed the gaming industry forever. What the mobile gaming platforms did was made gamers out of just about anybody.
They're not going to kill consoles at all, and I don't think it's really a changing of the guard. What I think is interesting is that you can make a compelling product with little enough money that you can be crowdfunded on a Kickstarter or Indiegogo or something.
The independent console shouldn't be underestimated either. GameStop and Adobe are among GameStick's investors, so it's only a matter of time before these low-budget portable devices establish their niche next to the big three on a store shelf near you.
And indeed, Ouya will be hitting U.S. retail stores Target, Best Buy, and GameStop in June. That's also when GameStick launches too. It will be available for purchase on Amazon, and it's a good bet at GameStop stores too, since GameStop is, after all, one of its investors. Michelle.
Mark, if these smaller consoles go for about $100 or less, isn't that price point a little low? How would they be able to cover their production costs? How do these smaller console makers plan on making money at that price point?
Well, it's very hard to believe that they could make much money off the hardware, but the chief marketing officer of PlayJam insists they designed GameStick to make sure it could be sustainable off the hardware alone. Of course, the ecosystem is the big prize, with well over 700,000 Android apps currently available and the ecosystem growing rapidly. PlayJam's concept is to offer an extra revenue stream for developers. He says it only takes about a day for an Android app developer to make the tweaks to run on GameStick's platform. It's a great incentive as the developer gets this industry standard 70% of the download revenue, while GameStick keeps the rest. Now, you can't get those apps from the Google Play Store, but instead, these games must be downloaded from the GameStick store, so you know that you'll have a game that's been optimized specifically for GameStick. And whenever you've got hardware and an online store, you also have the potential to add other types of services for additional revenue streams, and investors do love that. Michelle.
Okay, Mark, thanks so much. Enjoy that game conference, having lots of fun there. I'm sure Mark Niu live for us in San Francisco.